The smell of the earth and smell of plants makes me happy. I lose myself there. My name is Lauri Shoemaker, and this is my full circle journey home. I was born March 26, 1959, on a farm in Vernon Center, New York, with 3 sisters, 1 brother, my loving parents, and every animal you can think of. On the farm, everything we produced was for ourselves rather than for profit. All the meat, vegetables, berries. There were probably 15 different fruit trees. Because of this, the value of hard work and collaboration was always clear to me. I lived it every day. While farm life ingrained a sense of discipline and work ethic deeply within me, the value of playfulness and adventure went even deeper. As a blue-collar family, you know, everybody works. It's just what you do. But it's also playful. You get all this hard work done and then get the satisfaction of jumping in a creek for a swim. One of the best times was camping outside on summer nights. We would take our sleeping bags out under the huge maple trees on the front lawn and sleep outside where it was safe and it was cool. We'd sit around the fire, and my brother would tell us stories to make the girls scared, as brothers sometimes do. Occasionally, my parents would join us, but I imagine they enjoyed a little escape from us when we were out there. When the power would go out, we'd call it candlelight night. Everyone was so busy, would drop their work and gather like moths around the candle flame. There was storytelling and jokes, and you just had to slow down because you couldn't see. Those were wonderful nights. My adventures on the farm were some of the most wonderful and formative times of my life. I loved where and how I grew up, but the opportunities weren't there. That's just a fact. I needed more. I experienced a bit of wanderlust, which country kids sometimes do, and I think is healthy. Wherever you're from, you must get out and explore what the rest of the world has to offer, so you're sure you end up in the right place. In 1977, right out of high school, I went on a trip with one of my girlfriends to Washington, D.C. On that trip, I met a soldier who I would call my husband just a year later. The travel obligation that came from marrying a soldier was the perfect excuse to surrender to that itch for exploration I'd been trying to scratch all my life. I would soon find myself living on the floor of a pine sapling hooch in Yeonjagol, South Korea, a high-rise apartment in Berlin, Germany, and various states across America. Throughout my time abroad, I fostered many unexpected friendships, expanded my perspective on other cultures, and deepened my appreciation for my privileges in this country, added new recipes to my ever-growing reservoir. Oh yeah, had a baby. It was a lot. A hardship tour is so called because it is one. But I thought, I'm a farm girl. I can do this. So I did. My daughter was born 2 years later at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Each of these houses across the globe I transformed into homes with a harvest. Growing up on a farm, I think there's a trigger that happens. I have to harvest something. I have to preserve something. So whether it was a tiny pot by the windowsill or a flourishing herb garden, a piece of the farm always came with me. As much as I gained from my time abroad, most of all, it reinforced that I was right where I was meant to be all along. After my first husband and I separated, I needed to be surrounded by family and friends and the fall leaves. So I made my way back to central New York, where I'd remained for the last 33 years. It's the home of my custom frame shop in downtown Hamilton, Evergreen Gallery. The home of my husband and almost all of my beloved children and grandchildren. The home of the most fruitful harvests and the home of my heart. It's beautiful. There's a lot of water and mountains, clean air, and good people. I love the change of seasons. It's everything I need. This time of year brings all of that back for me. It's like the cycle of life.